Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Eastleigh save, and today we are taking on Manchester City in the FA Cup. A hell of a game to come, but before we get into that, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel for more good content like this, of course. So, yeah, Man City in the FA Cup. Quite a result, I'd say, especially for our finances, considering we have £896,000 in debt. A lot of money in debt, and we were under a transfer embargo for breaking FFP rules. Patrick Zito will be leaving at the end of the season. He's currently on loan at TNS, but he's joining Linfield at the end of his contract. We couldn't give him any money at all. He didn't think we could pay him. Fair enough. We probably can't. And we can also see that, unfortunately, Enoch Asante has been sold as well. He wanted to leave. We couldn't really give him a better contract or anything. So Gillingham came in and is paying him £1,200 a week. Paid us £21,000, so a bit of money. Not much, but we got kind of his transfer value. 22 years old, though, so it could have been a bit better for us. But, I mean, we got some money for him. It's fine. It's nothing too much to worry about. I've just rested all the boys ready for this next one. We've been kind of mixing up the kind of formations we've been using because our runs haven't been fantastic. We're currently sitting just inside the playoffs. Obviously, we drew against Crewe. We did manage to get a win against Burton and Bolton. Ended up losing to Cheltenham in a game where we probably should have won. We were dominant. And that seems to be the case. Again, we're getting all the chances, just not scoring the goals. One on penalties in the Papa John's Trophy. And we did that again against Coventry in the last match we played. So we're through to the next round of that. So that's interesting. We're through to another game in that competition. We obviously beat Chesterfield to get Man City in the FA Cup. Carl Hudlin getting the goal there. We also beat Exeter, but there was ups and downs kind of in and around there, with a 2-0 loss to Forest Green, a 3-1 win against Shrewsbury, a 1-0 loss to Cheltenham, who were fighting for the title, and Walsall we beat 4-2. A draw against MK Dons wasn't too bad. We probably could have won that. We went ahead after going 1-0 down initially, but they scored in the 78th to level things. And like I say, we got the penalties against Coventry. But we're taking on Man City today. It'll be a tough one. Tactics-wise, I think we're going to go with the 4-4-2. We have been playing this one, 5-2-1-2, but I'm kind of not sure how to go about it. Obviously, this is our original formation. We got us promoted. But I think we're going to go back to our original 4-4-2, the old school style. Not entirely sure how we're going to do, because I think we're just going to get absolutely battered. But if I go cautious initially, we can just see how it goes. But we've got McDonnell in goal, who's been our kind of cup goalkeeper since Borgston's been taken back to Chelsea, as we weren't playing him. And he did all right in the last match, getting a good rating, so he's in again for the FA Cup. Josh Hare at right back, Magoma and O'Connor in the middle, with Rowe at left back. Then we've got Hesketh in front of Hare and Owakwe in front of Rowe, with Smith and Dreyer in the middle, and then Ben House and Carl Hudlin up top, who've kind of formed a bit of a partnership up there. Don't know why Carl Hudlin's playing the pressing forward when he should be the target forward. And then we got a packed full bench. Adebayo's come back from injury as well, so we've got a bit of options. Ben Elliott's been out for a little while now, after some good performances, which is a shame, but it's all good. It's all good. We can get stuck in. Like I say, I'm not expecting anything from today's game. It's Man City after all. I'm expecting us to lose, but we're going to fight. We're going to have a go. You never know. We could cause something of an upset. And speaking of which, we're coming forward straight away. Hare with the cross in. House heads over. But, I mean, with Hudlin up top, I think he can cause issues. And House has been very good so far this season. So why not cause some trouble for them? Especially as defensively, they've got quite a young team. It looks like they're playing a really weakened side, which could work in our favour. Hudlin's header, and it falls to Ben House at the back post, and we're 1-0 up at Manchester City. We're away from home, and we're beating Manchester City. I'm going to repeat that one more time for you guys. Manchester City. They're currently fighting for the Champions League spots in the Premier League. Hudlin's header from the corner, it found House at the back post. And we are 1-0 up. I mean, if we're looking at the team, they've got Delap up top, and Palmer. So 2 players that are from their academy. They've got Eze, which is an interesting signing. Ugart, who's a very well-rounded player, especially last year in Football Manager. Doyle, again, another youth player. I mean, they've got Christoph Clara, who used to play for Saints. Howard Billis, another academy player. Doyle, another academy player. So, I mean, they're playing a very weak side in comparison, which is strange. Like, I wasn't expecting him to be playing De Bruyne, let's be honest, but I was expecting him to give us something of a, like, it would be nice for the fans to actually see some of their big players, but I'm sure they'll be giving us problems nonetheless. Drea's ball forward, though, finds House, and Hudlin's able to get it now off him, keeping the ball up there quite nicely, and Drea comes back in to receive it. Hesketh on the ball, looking for that overlap from Hare, but Miolenko does cut that out, and now Manchester City are going to come forward again. Eze into Ugarte, who looks out wide to Mikolenko. I'm probably saying Ugarte wrong. Ugarte? He's Uruguayan, so I'm not quite sure how to say it. But Harwood Bellis in the middle, back out to you-know-who. Eze through now to the byline, looks to cut it back for Doyle, who's gone down in the box from a Smith challenge. And I think it's a penalty. I don't think there's going to be any question about that. It looks like Doyle got there well ahead of Smith. He lunged in, and he's gone down. Looks like it's going to be a penalty. So on the 20th minute, after going 1-0 up early on, it could be all level here now. Eze will step up, probably the most experienced player, and he's missed it. McDonnell has made the save. I'm in utter shock, to be quite honest. Ball's cleared, and that's the end of the highlight. But what I say, McDonnell is putting a name in for himself to be starting in the league as well. If these boys are going to pull this, I mean, I'm saying I'm getting too excited too early. They've still got a very, very good team out. I want to know who's on their bench now, because who are they going to bring on to get a goal? Because they are not going to be happy if they end up losing to small Eastleigh. Even if we bring them back to our home ground, that would be a hell of a job. So we're working hard. Oh no, Matthew Smith has just gone down injured with a foot injury. Let's bring on McGavin. I think that's probably the best thing to do. He should be able to slot in there, kind of a similar player in how he plays, so it shouldn't be too much to worry about. Eze's ball in, finds Harwood Bellis, and there's the goal. Who's marking him? That's like another one where they've scored from pretty far out. That's a poor header to concede. I mean, I'm guessing it should be oh, God's sake, McGavin's come on. Does that mean... Wait, no, yeah. Oh. No, yeah. Oh, McGavin's corner. Before I say what I was going to say, Hudlin with the header. There it is, 2-1. We've made it 2-1 just before half-time. Carl Hudlin with the header from McGavin. McGavin has made amends. Let's say that. He's just come on. They say you should never make a sub when defending a dead ball situation. We had to because of injury. McGavin wasn't quite ready for it. It led them to score. But 2 minutes later, we get a corner. McGavin provides the delivery for Hudlin to head home at the near post, and it takes us back into the lead against Manchester City. They're going to come forward again, though, just before half-time. Can we hold on for now and prevent them from getting a goal? Pedro Porro's going to get this ball across. No, Rowe is there. He comes across and cuts it out. Awakwe now clears forward. Clara wins that header, and they come again. We're looking all right at the moment. I mean, it's worrying, obviously, but a ball over the top to Palmer. There it is. There's the leveller just before half-time. I mean, it is end-to-end stuff at the moment. 4 goals in the first half. That's quite the number. The fact that we went down the other end, scored, and they come back up and score again. We're a little bit all over the place, maybe defensively, position-wise. Awareness isn't all there, as he's just slipped in between the centre-half of the full-back. O'Connor and Rowe were nowhere near him, and he volleys it home with a lovely finish, and it's onside in the end. So we're going into half-time at 2-2, unless something drastic happens. And I have to say, that is not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting us to... even have scored again. I was expecting us to get absolutely battered by them. but it's quite the result so far. Let's bring on Vincent Harper for a whack way. Push Callum Rowe just a little bit further forward. He's not playing too well. Neither's Callum Rowe, to be honest, but is the better of two evils, I guess. Otherwise, I think we'll just have to sit at that for now. Not many players that can come on and change the game. A few of our players are playing really well, and a few are having a bit of a mare, to be quite honest. So it's kind of just hope at the moment. They're looking much more likely to get a goal than we are, certainly. But from dead balls, that sort of thing, I think we've got every chance with the players we've got and the sort of delivery we can provide. But a throw-in finds Rowe. Harper's turn now. He comes forward. Ball in. Huddling. Can he get up? He does. And he just heads wide of the post. And that is the trouble that he's causing those defenders. They're young defenders and they don't know how to deal with someone of his size, his stature, and his ability in the air. So as the game ticks on, we're getting on to the hour mark now, and he's still 2-2. What a performance this will be if we take it to home. I mean, bring it home. I expect if we bring it back to our place, they would bring out the big guns for it to make sure. But they are coming forward now, and the young guys are looking to complete this now. It's a header at the back post. Harper wasn't able to stop Palmer from getting on the header, but he did end up heading wide. Hour in, they're looking very, very strong. No substitutions. Oh, they have made one sub. Rogers has come on for Manchester City, which I guess is good for us, that they're not bringing on anyone bigger. Harwood Bellis arriving at the back post. We weren't able to deal with that, and he heads over in the end. But looking a little bit nervy, let's be honest. Hesketh, he's having a poor game at the moment. Is there... who's best to pop in that position? Because I don't think there's anyone. I'm not sure. Shall we change? Let's change formation. Let's go to a balance 5 at the back, I think. Because what we can then do is move Harper out wide to Rowe. Hesketh in the middle there will be a better performance, I think. And we'll pop Tommy and Mole in. O'Connor can sit right in the middle. And Mole at left centre back. So we're changing formation, keeping them on their toes, matching them up almost. But they're playing it wide up top, whereas we're playing still very central, which hopefully means that our players can get onto it. Hesketh isn't performing well, but I'm hoping bringing him in the middle might change things for him, and he'll be able to get onto the ball a little bit more. A ball in by Porro looks to find Eze, but Hare does head clear, but he's got to get out there now to stop Eze from getting another ball into the box. It's played back to Ugart, whose ball in does find Palmer at the back post, and he scores. I thought it was offside. Surely it is. He looked miles off, unless Harper or Magoma or a Mole even has just let him go a few yards onside and run past him without even looking. Let's see here. The goal's been awarded. That is frustrating, to say the least. I was sure it was going to be offside. I mean, maybe it wasn't then. I think that's tight. I'm not even going to look at it because I'll get upset. But let's we've got to go attack him. We've got to go all out. Hesketh is having an absolute mare in the middle. Maybe I should have brought him off. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do to pop him in the middle. But hey, we make these decisions to try and shore out the game. Pedro Porro's long-range effort, I thought that was in. McDonald somehow managed to tip it onto the bar, and it just bounces on the line to prevent a goal. We got lucky there. It looks like their second-string youth team has had enough to get one past us at the moment. But McGavin looks for a ball in. It arrives at the back post. Ben House with the header, and it just goes over the bar. I mean, we're very, very close there, but not quite close enough to get the goal. Not all of their players are playing well. We're giving them issues, that's for sure. And I mean, I'm proud of the boys. I know it's not a team that we'd have liked to have faced. We'd have liked to have played players who maybe were a bit better than that, than the youth team that they've put out, which is frustrating. But you know, it's good to have a go. Initial header by House is received by the Man City players, and Eze looks to come forward, plays it through to Rogers, who's probably... Is he going to be able to wrap things up? He does. In the 89th minute, as we're pushing for a goal, Rogers does score to make it 4-2. And in the end, it looks like we aren't getting back in it. A few performances today just weren't good enough to warrant us getting the win or even keeping the draw in the end. But I'm still proud of them. The boys did very, very well. I mean, it's quite impressive that we scored 2 goals against, it's hard to say that when you're playing a team that is weaker than you'd expect because of the youth players that they're playing. But it's Man City. No one's going to really... Oh, and there's 5. It's kind of all gone to pot now. Let's go back to balance to try and not concede another one. I was going to say, then you don't look at necessarily the team sheet. You look at the name when in the history books more often than not. And it will go down that we gave Man City a scare in the FA Cup at the City of Manchester Stadium, I should say. So not the outcome we'd have dreamt of, but to be fair, I think we did better and gave us a bit more excitement than I'd have hoped for even. Don't be too demotivated, boys. You did all right. We're still in another competition. We're still fighting for playoffs as well. So I think we're doing exceedingly well for our first season in League One. Matt Smith's out for 2 weeks and Brett McGavin's out for a week as well, which isn't great. But there you go. Finances wise, how much money did we make for that? Whoa, we made bank. £984,000. That is such big news for us. Massive. That is absolutely massive. We needed it and we certainly got it, that's for sure. That's really put some relief on for us going into this now. A great result for that finances wise. Result on the pitch wasn't too bad either. The boys did well, but there you go. Thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. If anything else happens in the January window, I'll be sure to let you know in the next episode. But for now, I will see you in the next one.